Hello there, everyone, and welcome to Monday's live stream. We will be drafting Wilds of Eldraine today, either once or twice. We'll see how much time we've got. Anybody is in chat, feel free to let me know about the levels and the in-game audio and all that kind of stuff as well. I can only manage so much from my end, and I do the best I can. We've got Wilds of Eldraine Limited. Let's see if we can, There's Nick again. So far, so good. Thanks so much, Nick. Thanks for hanging out again. We got a different time streaming here on Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern instead of 3 p.m. Just trying a different time, seeing if it works better or worse for any individuals necessarily. But we've got Wilds of Eldraine, and we'll give it a minute or so to see if anybody wants to trickle in while we get ready for this draft here. And dive in with our first one, and we'll see if we can potentially avoid green-white as we were unsuccessful in doing on Friday. All right, let's hop in here and get into our first draft, because why not? That's what we're here to do, right? All right, here we are. Interesting pack here. We've got Feral Encounter, which is fine. 2-mana bite spell at the beginning of combat, and also kind of like finds another creature and taxes it for 2. I don't think it's great, but it's playable. There's Grasp of Fate, which is also fine. Obira for fairies, and Candy Grapple in the commons. Best common in the set, in my opinion. So none of the commons are going to compete with this. So the question is Candy Grapple better or worse than Grasp of Fate or Feral Encounter? I think I'm just going to take the Candy Grapple here. There is some main deck enchantment removal in the set, so Grasp of Fate gets slightly worse, although it's still a great card. I wouldn't cut it from any white deck, obviously. But Candy Grapple, can't really go wrong with that. And now an interesting one here. Asinine Antics has a super high upside, but a pretty low downside, to be honest. The one time this has been cast on me, I had like 4 +1/+1 counters on all of my creatures, and it did basically nothing. That being said, there's also a Twisted Sewer Witch and a Candy Grapple here. I mean, it's very hard to not start a draft off with 2 Candy Grapples and be upset with that. This is a card I wouldn't mind trying, but I think its variability is just too variable for me. And again, when we've already got 1 Candy Grapple and you can take a second, I don't see why you wouldn't. Twisted Sewer Witch seems pretty good in black-red specifically. Conceited Witch, fine black card. Sanguine Bond, not for this format. So let's go ahead and take Candy Grapple number 2. And now a very interesting pick here. So we're not taking Sugar Rush, so we're going into a second color. There's Hearth Elemental, which goes well with these 2 here. Hey there, Ben. Going great. Starting our first draft for the day with 2 Candy Grapples. Can't be upset with that. Also got an Agatha's Champion, which is a card I really do like, and green-black is a totally fine archetype. And Hopeful Vigil. Top 1 or 2 white commons, and it goes perfectly with the grapple. I love getting some of these early Hopeful Vigils and Hopeless Nightmares to go with these bargain cards here. I do love a Hearth Elemental, but in black-red specifically, You may not get a ton of instants and sorceries. It's tough between these three cards here. I wouldn't fault you for going really any direction, but I do like black-white as a deck, and I think this is an outstanding start to black-white, so... Alright, black is already getting cut. Don't really like Sellsword, honestly. There is Woodland Acolyte versus Cooped Up. Both of these I do like. And I think I'm going to take the Cooped Up because with double Candy Grapple, this combo is amazing. 3 mana, exile target enchanted creature after it's already been pacified. And then you can bargain it away to kill a different creature that's also big. I do like Woodland Acolyte as well, but if you can't cast the green side, it's slightly worse. Still playable in just white, but slightly worse. But Cooped Up is a very good removal spell in this set, in my opinion. Ooh, we get past another Hopeful Vigil? Don't mind if I do. So black is starting to get pretty darn cut already. We do have 2 pretty good reasons to be black, but I mean, if it stays this cut, then we're going to have to see what we're doing here. Pretty easy Hopeful Vigil here. And then this is the part of the format where the packs start to get a little bit underwhelming. There's Shatter the Oath, but this isn't a card I particularly like. The question is, do I take anything else to get out of black-white? No. So I guess I just cut the black card and take the Shatter the Oath here. Not seeing any signals here this late, so let's just go ahead and cut the black card. Wow. That is a late up the beanstalk. This card is really good. Question is it better than just taking a white card for our deck in Moment of Valor, which is a card I do like? Maybe there's a chance we go black-green if Up the Beanstalk is going to come around this late here? I don't think I'm going to miss a Moment of Valor. Let's speculate on the Beanstalk and see. Yeah, you're right, Ben. It's kind of the first signal we've seen here, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the Beanstalk and see if green ends up being that open. Look at that. 8th pick Red Tooth Vanguard? Uh-oh. Like, I've got my mouse plugged in here. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I've got it plugged in, so I don't know why it would die. Yeah, Nick, I also do like the Moment of Valor. I would definitely put it in a black-white deck, but I think we can get one if we want one. So I'm going to take Red Tooth Vanguard here because this card is just really good. 2 mana 3/1 trample that can keep coming back to your hand. Sounds good to me. No, we didn't really wheel much of anything good here. There's an Outrider, an Ambush. No black. Black is looking to be quite cut. Are we getting pushed into green-white again? Don't really want to be. I guess I'll just take the 2-drop. I don't really care. See, there's a Moment of Valor if we want it. Here is a Prophetic Prism. The Beanstalk is going to be much worse in green-white. I do like Archon's Glory. It goes well with the Double Vigil. Again, here's a Valor if we want it. I think I'll take the first copy of Valor here. And here's a Red Tooth Genealogist. I do like this card. I think we're debating between black-white and black-green. This also goes well in green-white. Let's go ahead and take the Genealogist here. Ambush Clothier is fine, I guess. Lantern. This is the only black card it did wheel. It's not a great one, though. Don't think Soul Guide Lantern is for this format. Prophetic Prism has been great with the Return Pip guy. Return Pip guy? Prism has been pretty good with several different cards, for sure. Twining Twins is a great card. But do we dip into blue now for it? What else could we take here? Feed the Cauldron is a fine removal spell. And that's about it. Hey there, Hidden Hand. And Leetry. Yeah, Garrick's Uprising is good as well, but it doesn't go in this deck. We don't have a single creature that triggers this so far. I think I'm going to take the Feed the Cauldron. I mean, this is it's good in some decks, and it could be good in our final deck. It's just not good in our current deck. I don't think I can branch into a fourth color here for the Twining Twins. As good as this card is, that would kind of train wreck the draft there. So I'm just going to take the removal spell. Necropotence. No, we tried this in early access. If you want to see it, go ahead and check back on the early access VOD. You can watch me play with Necropotence, but not today. There is a Neva stalked by Nightmares, and maybe this just kind of solidifies us into black-white. We speculated on the Beanstalk and the Vanguard. There's also just another Vigil and a Stockpiling Celebrant, but Neva's just really good. So is Coven. But Neva's just really good. And we're not 100% black-white if we take Neva, but we're pretty darn close at that point. I don't think we wheel Vigil or Celebrant, but it would be outstanding if we did. I agree, Nick. Celebrant is very strong. I don't think as strong as Neva, but that's close. Pretty easy Glass Casket here. 2 mana exile a creature with mana value 3 or less. There is also Voracious Vermin. And then white is already getting cut here, interestingly. So let's just go ahead and take the Glass Casket. Easy pick for us. Alright, black is gone already. What is this, Lord of the Rings all over again? Ooh, Hatching Plans. This card seems so much fun. I just have not been able to build around this. Blue doesn't seem like much of a bargain color. So you have to kind of take this early and build around it, which you can do. But I don't think that's this deck here. So I think we're just going to take a Stroke of Midnight over a Savior. Both of these are probably the only playable cards for me in this pack. I think I'll take the Stroke. Blue has Great Bargain. I think a pretty easy Celebrant here. And I'm trying to, I guess Johann Stopgap is good. Diminisher Witch isn't great. What are the other good blue bargain cards? Easy Celebrant for me here, though. Maybe you pair blue with another color that has good bargain? Because I think Stopgap's the only quote-unquote good blue bargain card in my mind. That is a late Dream Spoilers. But in our deck, what are we casting on their turn? Candy Grapples, maybe Sugar Rush, Moment of Valor, Stroke of Midnight, Feed the Cauldron. Okay, so we have some cards we can cast on their turn. I think a Dream Spoiler seems fine. I've come down on Rat Out a little bit. And Vermin is just a generically fine card. So let's go ahead and take Dream Spoilers here. Ooh, look at this. Pick 7 Glass Casket. Don't mind if I do. Rowan's Grim Search as well. I would love to get a copy of this in my deck. But I don't think I can pass up a second Glass Casket here. So I think we are pretty locked into black-white at this point. Warehouse, Tabby, Knightly Valor. 4 creatures in our deck. You know what? I haven't tried Knightly Valor yet. I think I want to give it a try. I've tried Tabby. Here's a Stopgap. That one wheeled. Geez, all the blue-green. Guess we'll take it because we're not doing anything else here. I had 6 Warehouse Tabbies in my early access draft of black-white. I played 5. And they weren't great. Look at this. Hopeful Vigil on the wheel. What are people doing here? Nobody in white? Alright. I will take it. We have all of the 2-drops. Take the Assassin, probably not play it. Ooh, Savior came back. Look at that. That was the only other card I was considering taking out of that pack, and it came all the way back on pick 12. It's pretty good. Spreading Seas. Alright, what do we got here in the last pack? Kind of a whiff, unfortunately. There's Cheeky House Mouse, which is fine. Intangible Virtue. I don't think that's for this deck. Although we do have 3 Hopeful Vigils. But that's about it. Conceited Witch is a card I do like. Keep Guard might be my biggest whiff of the format. I had this as a top white common. If there's ever a deck that wants it, it would be this one. But I just don't want it. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the House Mouse because it's fine. Ooh, my gosh. Look at this pack. Holy cow. The end. 4 mana, exile target creature or planeswalker, and then you get a look at their entire hand and deck. And then potentially nab another card. And it only costs 2 if you have 5 or less life. And there's a Candy Grapple. And a Knight of Doves. And to a lesser extent, Archon of Glory and Spellsworn Coven. Is it the end or is it Candy Grapple here? Which one do I take? Probably the end. I do agree it's strong. This is a close pick, though. I'll take the end. Take the first copy of the end here. What here now? Unfortunately, not a whole lot. We do have Ariet's Tempting Apple to go with, well, doesn't exactly work the way we want it to with Candy Grapple unless we steal a token. There's a Clothier, there's a Sugar Rush, a Protective Parents, a Toon Veil Guide. I don't really want any of this. I guess I'll just take the 3-drop, and I'm probably not playing it. Haven't seen any Hopeless Nightmares, unfortunately. Oh, here's a card I haven't tried yet. Discerning Financier. 3 mana, 2/3. If at the beginning of your upkeep, if they control more lands than you, you make a treasure. And you can pay 3 to give them a treasure and draw a card. Is that better than Fairy Fencing in a deck with 2 fairies? I might try it. I don't know. We have a good amount of removal here, so I don't think I'm desperate for a Fairy Fencing in a deck with 2 fairies. So I'm just going to try the Financier here and see. Ooh, there we go. Hopeless Nightmare. We did it. Ristic Study. Want a money draft? No. Nick, if they animate a land and you kill it with the end, and it kills all land that color from the deck. Let's see. How's that worded? Any number of cards with the same name as that permanent. Yeah, so if they cast Brave the Wilds and animate one of their like forests, you get all of their forests. Oh my gosh, that would be ridiculous. Whoa. How much bargain do we have? Double Grapple. Is that it? That's our only bargain is Double Grapple. I don't like that as much for Cursed Courtier. Maybe that just makes me just want to play another Vigil. The Courtier is fine. We only have 2 bargain cards, which is much less than I thought I would end up with. But here we are. Well, Acolyte I think is better than Savior considering we only have 2 bargain. True, we can replace the rolls, but we don't have any roll cards either. We've got Clothier. And that's it? Yikes. Alright, how many Hopeless Vigils can you put into a deck and have the deck still be good? There's another Stroke of Midnight, but I don't think I need 2. Let's just take another Vigil, I guess. Don't think I'm playing any of this. There we go. Here's a bargain card I can actually play. Yeah, so we are very light on bargain and very light on rolls, so I'm just not sure how this deck is going to do. I don't think we need Shatter the Oath. I don't think we need Sugar Rush. I don't know how good Savior is. The Wicked, the Witch, Diminisher Witch, Ben? I don't think that one's great, though. Do I have one? No, I don't. But yes, you are correct. It is another blue bargain card. Let's see here. So 42, not a ton of mana sinks necessarily. I like going 16 lands in these kind of lower to the ground decks here. I think a Clothier is fine. I want to try out Knightly Valor. Dream Spoilers with 7 instants, I think is okay. The End, Neva, Savior. We have 3 bargain cards and 6 enchantments that, or 7 enchantments that put themselves in the graveyard. Oh, you're right. That is an uncommon, Nick. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that one, but that is an uncommon. That is a good one. Double Casket, Cheeky House Mouse, 8 creatures, but kind of like 13 because of the visual. Should I play the Financier? Is it even worth trying here? The downside of this card is 3 mana 2/3 does literally nothing else. I think that's probably the last cut. And then everything else, it just seems like a low to the ground black-white deck that doesn't have a ton of synergy that we're just going to have to hope gets us there. So let's try it out. All right, let's try this one out. If I can get like if I get a 4/3 out of this deck, I'd be pretty happy. I don't think it's great, but I think it has the chance, has the opportunity to win. Oops, sorry. Up the beanstalk, all right. Getting that value from the beginning. There's one of our hopeful vigils. Vigil into Celebrant. Name a better pair. I'll wait. Yes, there is only 5 in the deck, so ideally we have one on turn 2 basically every single game in this entire draft. Well, little did you know that gets me to... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is the weirdest scry decision I think I've ever seen. I don't think I can keep either of these. Well, that feels miserable. I have to bottom double glass casket in here? I gotta hit my lands. Dang. That feels horrible. Alright. Correct decision was made. Alright, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and play a Celebrant now. They did get rid of our our returning thing here. But it's okay. I mean, 3 mana, 3/2. They don't have a creature on the board. We have a removal spell, so... Power 4 or greater. And a missed land drop, you say? Alright, well. Let's get in there. We do have two answers for this stupid thing once it hits the battlefield, so I'm not too worried about that. Although they are going to start drawing cards here soon, probably. Utopia Sprawl. That gives them some ramp. Let's see what color they named. Did they name a fourth one? No, they're just Abzan. Or, yeah, Abzan, I think. Haha, little do you know, I've got so many cards in my hand I don't know what to do with because I can't even cast them. So do I get rid of Clothier or Dream Spoilers? I think I'll get rid of the Clothier. Dream Spoilers with 3 instants in hand is not too bad. Ooh, it's pretty good. Number of auras you control. Okay, they don't control any. Or yeah, they don't. What's an aura? Why did I lose a life? Oh, here you go. Utopia Sprawl. Okay, okay. Well, that was a pretty good draw. We'll just get rid of Ariette here. Make food and miss a land drop. Good news is, I mean, if they just play a land, play this thing, yes, they draw a card, but we get to kill it and then hit them for 5. They go to 7. I mean... Right, now the question is, do I use the end or do I use Moment of Valor? This is more mana efficient, but this hits everything. You know, I think I'm just going to do this. Because the end can hit anything, even if its power isn't 4 or greater. Gumdrop Poisoner. 3-mana 3/2 lifelink, that's going to give something -3/-3. Hey, that's pretty good. From one card, they gained 3 life, made a 3/2 lifelink, and killed one of our cards. Not bad. Okay. 2 instants in hand. I think I'm going to go ahead and run out the Dream Spoilers here. This can kill an X4 on their turn now. Never mind. Celebrant picking up Nightmare. Great combo. Great combo. We probably get rid of and double top. So I do not like our chances anymore in this game. So they double topped here. I could use the end to kill Celebrant and make them shuffle, but I don't think that's worth it. I really don't like that decision. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep the land in hand in the event that they have more Celebrants here. We don't have any enchantments going to our graveyard anytime soon, so as bad as this feels, we're just getting 2 for 1 to left and right here, so this is just... When we play against the deck with all the synergies, our deck certainly struggles. Alright, Greta and Troublemaker, oof. Gingerbread Hunter, Hamlet Glutton, Agatha's Champion. Holy cow. How do we beat this? Curse, Scavenger, back for seconds to return more things to their the graveyard here. Or from the graveyard to the hand. Another tracker. Yeah, I don't think we can win this game. Unfortunately. Cooped up. We got rid of all of our bargain cards. 1, 2. We just have a Candy Grapple left, and that's it. There are a lot of cards in their deck that I just saw that I'm not sure I can actually beat, so I might have to save Cooped Up here. Not to mention they've got the Troublemaker Oof to get rid of this. There's the Hunter. Yeah, their deck is just very, very high card quality that I can't really compete with. All of my cards are, 2 mana 2/2s, and they've got 5 mana 5/5s, and 5 mana 6/6 trample gain 3, and 3 mana 3/3 with upside, and 2 mana draws cards, and discards cards. Their deck is very good. I think I have to Cooped Up and exile Gingerbread Hunter here. Because I have to hold up the exile as long as they have the Troublemaker Oof here. So this... We had a decent start, but they stabilized, and that's all it took for them, just to stabilize, and they should be good to go. Just back for seconds, getting back Ariette and Celebrant, returning Hopeless Nightmare, making me discard my card. Goodness gracious. Oof. Their deck is really good. Yeah, that should do it, I think. We'll just pack this one up here. Tough game. It's one of the better decks I've seen this format. Seems fine. It's a little slow, but we have double removal spell here. Hopefully we draw a Hopeful Vigil. Nope. That would have been great. Instead, can I interest you in all of the lands? Continuously. All of the lands. We've got an unconditional removal spell here. I think since they missed a land drop, we can start putting a little bit of pressure on them. Get rid of their 2/2. Okay. Well, that's a good card. Now I wish I would have been able to pick up my own glass casket now that it's just sitting there. I think we've only got one Celebrant in this deck. Well, that is bargain fodder now. Not that I really need it in any way. Because I don't have literally any creatures on the battlefield. Okay, sure. I don't really have anything else to do here. They have 3 white mana. I don't know what they can have to blow this out. The answer is Stroke of Midnight. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Creature or enchantment? They are all kinds of mana screwed, and we're still probably losing this game here. I guess I should have blocked the Vigilance one. I don't know why I didn't. It's kind of dumb. Getting rid of a red card after casting a double blue card? I don't think I'm using Cooped Up on their 2/2. This, oh, I got double top here. So, we know that they're mana screwed. And obviously they just top some lands of colors that they need. So if I use the end to kill this thing, I make them shuffle their deck. And then continue to have them be mana screwed. This doesn't seem ideal, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. So they got a bunch of red, some 5-drops, a Threadbind Click, a couple of blue to splash the blue things, and then a bunch of red-white aggro cards here. So we got to look out for Glory, Light Blades, a Board Wipe. Interesting. Okay. We got a couple of combat tricks and a board wipe here. Let's hope we didn't... Okay, good. They did miss, which is what we're going for. Maybe we screw them up with their scry. Another white. Still can't cast anything, though. Alright, we did mess them up with the scry. That was a bit of a risky play, but I don't know. Feels bad for them, but I guess we did get the win out of it. And we take those. What are we now? 1-1, I guess? Alright, we go first with a pretty darn bad hand, but we do have a removal spell, we have a creature, we have another removal spell, and we can cast at least this, and one land lets us cast both of these, so I guess I'm keeping... We'll just draw a Hopeless Nightmare, and then not be able to cast it, because our deck has 5. Or, can I interest you, and hear me out, yet another swamp. I do think I have to kill that on my turn now. Don't want them ramping here. Tough Cookie. Missed land drop. Another swamp. I'm telling you, I don't need more. I'm good on the swamps. Down goes spoilers. I think I'm gonna grapple their cookie now. That is a weird sentence I didn't think I'd be saying when streaming Magic the Gathering. I'm going to grapple their cookie. I swear this is a G-rated stream. Ooh, Neva getting back spoilers, I guess? Okay, Witch's Mark. Getting rid of a creature so they can try to hit their land drops. I guess I'm cooped up on this thing here now. I still have another removal spell. We're down 7 cards to 1 at the moment. Which does not feel great. Let's see if Neva dies here. She does. They're starting to hit their land drops now. We've drawn about half the lands in our deck. Dream Spoilers is down. And we've got nothing. Yeah, we're not beating this. What did I get rid of? Rage, Feral Encounter, Flick a Coin, Gnawing Crescendo, Hamlet, Glutton, and their hand is all gas right now, and we have literal nothing. Nine lands in 15 cards, with 16 lands in the deck. Not gonna win. Not gonna win that game. It's taunting me now. So this is lethal. So let's go ahead and just give them more. Because who cares? Sometimes you just don't get to play. Alright, well this hand is functional until we start missing land drops as opposed to drawing all of them in our top 15 cards here. We've got a Hopeful Vigil, so that's something. Dream Spoilers has been less than impressive here. Every time my opponent has it, they just pick off my entire board. Every time I have it, they use a 1-mana spell to kill it. That's how things go. At least it's another card we can play. Scarecrow Guide. Alright. If there's a deck, or if there's a hand that's going to be good, it's going to be this one. So... for a black. Sure. That's weird. Alright, Dream Spoilers, do you survive this time? We've got 2 instants right now. Nope, I'm tapped out now. I'll let you attack. Celebrant picking up the Ranger to scry 2. Okay. Land, play Ranger. Alright, they play an X1, and we've got some value with Dream Spoilers here. They've got nothing. Guess I could have scryed, but... just get back in here. Probably not going to get much more value out of this against red-white, so I'll just use it now. And now we get all kinds of... I think I will bargain only just to get a free scry 2 here. So... ooh, Knightly Valor could be good. Let's try it. Because this card also now goes to their graveyard, so... oh, God. Well, can't do anything about that. They have priority with 1 white mana. Does that mean that they have +2/+2? What are the other cards for 1 white mana that they could have here? Gotta have that +2/+2 trick, right? That means I don't attack? Yeah, I guess I don't attack then, because I don't know what else they could have except for that 1 card. Still holding up the +2/+2, unfortunately. Yep, drawing a land, unfortunately. They do have bargain fodder now to give this thing lifelink if they wanted, so that's not great. Candy Grapple would be a great draw, because then I can freely attack into their combat trick. Recruiter. Attack with Dragon. Can't block. I mean, I can, but I won't. Veteran. Okay, that's not bad. What do they have? A food? No, a treasure. So they have their combat trick up. I'm wondering if I should use the end whenever they use their combat trick here, or save it for the dragon. Guess it depends on exactly how they block. Is it better to put this in the graveyard or leave it on the battlefield? Probably leave it on the battlefield. Because they can return it with, like, recommission or whatever. Yeah, definitely sacrificing for sure. It doesn't really matter, but we do get a scry one. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I could do it again, but I'd rather... Yeah, both of those are fine, I guess. So let's see if they use their combat trick here or not. And if they do I use the end in response? Okay. Sure. All of this is fine. I can't cast the end now and get -1/-1 because it's my turn, unfortunately, as good as that might be. So I think I do this pre-combat so they don't get a treasure, because I'm definitely doing it to the dragon. Next turn, we're casting Acolyte, drawing Stroke of Midnight, and then potentially just holding that up. I knew they had that. Pinned them on that a while ago. What else do they have? A Hasty Bruiser, a bunch of cut-ins, of Frenzy, Glass Casket, Rage, Bolt, Veteran. Yeah, they got a pretty good red-white deck here. We might be able to close out this game before it matters, though, so let's see. So now we can blow out their combat trick if they do go for it by casting Stroke of Midnight. So let's attack with everything. I expect them to block the 2/2 and then bargain this to gain 4 life, and then I'll Stroke of Midnight in response. And I think this should be good enough, I think. Because then they're going to be at 1. We'll have 4 creatures. They don't have a board wipe. They got a couple removal spells, but that's not good enough. Okay. All right. We got that one by playing around their Archon's Glory the entire game. Sometimes if you know they have it and you play around it, it works out in your favor, for sure. Alright, what are we, 2-2? Alright, need the magical one more win. Really hate ending drafts at 2-3, so let's see if we can find one more win here. Is there anything I'd rather play? Well, too late. I was going to say Dream Spoilers has not been great so far. There probably is something I'd rather play over it, but it's okay. Well, let's just kill all of their creatures. Everything they play, why don't we just kill it? I mean, if we're just going to draw nothing but lands as well, we can't progress our board. There we go. There's something we can actually do. Yes, joke's on me. They're just not going to play any. At least we now have something we can play. Let's see if they counter it. Nope. But they did have counterspell because they got priority and now they're not. So we have to keep that in mind. I think they've got the ice out, is what I think they have. What on earth is this? As foretold. Sure. Now you can cast a 1-drop for free. Sure. Now they can cast a 2-drop. So they're getting to cards they can actually relevantly cast off of As Foretold here. Continuing to miss land drops, though. Rowan's Grim Search without bargain. And cast a 2-drop. Yes. Blessing, Wicked Roll. Okay. I don't need more swamps, I'll tell you that. I don't have to pay for the ward there? Oh no, that's not the ward one. Okay. Sure. Let's see if we can outrace as foretold. Tenacious Tome Seeker. Return an instant or sorcery. So I get to get back Rowan's Grim Search? Okay. I cast that for free. Discard a card. Can't get back Glass Casket here, so... Probably discarding Feed the Cauldron? I'm bargaining this just so I can put this into the yard here. Neva can return it back for free, basically. Oh, hi. Can't keep both of these. I don't think I can keep either of these, unfortunately, as much as I kind of want to. So we're going to discard... Glass Casket. Kill that. Why are they getting priority? Oh, once per turn. They're gonna counter this now with their ice out. Wait, once per your turn? Once each turn. Okay, so they... That's interesting. I thought this was once on their turn. That's fine, though. I also did not see that coming. I can't say that As Foretold is a card I have played around or played against too many times in Magic. And by too many times, I mean this is my first. But they chose not to counter it for some reason. So that's okay. They probably should have. It would have saved them like 5 life there. 3 life and a creature. Okay. I gotta say, As Foretold is not a great card. Unless it is. You know. So we should be able to win here, I think. Well, I mean, it depends on what they can cast for free on my turn. If it's destroy based, I topped Moment of Valor for that. If it's like Candy Grapple, then... Yeah, it's Exile. Okay. Alright, well, the As Foretold is starting to take over a little bit, but they're going to run out of cards here soon. They can't ever cast Rowan's Grim Search unless they gain some life here now. Depends on what these last 3 cards are. I know one of them is Ice Out, so that should be okay. This is a creature, but they're still dead unless they can play 2 creatures. They can't play that card, so they've got 2 other cards that they can try to use to save them here. There's one of them. Sure. Now they've got Ice Out, Rowan's Grim Search, and what is their last card here? What do you got? Nothing. All right. That was an interesting game against As Foretold. I gotta say, these bonus sheets make some of these games kind of... They make some of these limited games I didn't really think I'd ever be playing, you know? As Foretold is such like a old way of playing Magic that it's just strange, but managed to beat it there. I don't think it was particularly great for them, so... Ooh, here we go. This is the curve. Only if I could be on the play for once, but, you know, can't always be lucky. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, pick up our 2 drop, and then go from there. Yeah, the bonus sheet on paper, there's some value on that bonus sheet too. You know, doubling season and parallel lives, and heuristic study, and all that kind of nonsense. Scry 2. Can we have 4 of the Hopeful Vigils in our hand? I don't think we can keep either of these. We've got to get some white lands here, so... bottom those and swing. Spellcaster. Perfect draw. So now we do this, and then we Candy Grapple away their Spellcaster, I think. And then we can scry into some planes here. Ooh, that's a good card. Must not have another swamp in hand. I gotta hit my lands. Thank goodness I've scryed for this game, otherwise we would have lost a long time ago. But, I mean, at this point we need lands. As good as these cards are. That's fine. Holding up potential counterspell. I've got to cast Neva here. It's just... if they counter it, they counter it. It's just the most mana efficient thing to do. This is just so woefully inefficient. I think I'll take Celebrant back. That way if I draw a Plains, I can do Vigil and Celebrant here. Yeah, I've got an equal amount of white and black. Maybe I should be playing more white? I don't know, I didn't check the pips in my deck, but... what do they got? Redbind Click, that's a good one. And Candy Grapple number 3. Must be nice. There we go. I could use another Plains. That means I can play all 3 Vigils next turn, and then we've got a huge board. And then I can start scrying on my upkeep. Gatekeeper getting rid of my 2/2, sure. Start by getting in here. I played how many Hopeful Vigils this game? I've returned it to my hand twice. I think that was the 5th Vigil I've played. Sweet. There we go. Hopeful Vigil for the win. We managed to reach the 4-win threshold that I hoped this deck would get to. So at least there's that. We have made our money back. Let's see if we can get any higher than that now. Alright, no creatures, but hard to mulligan when you've got 3 straight removal spells if you need them. We'll draw the creatures. We've got Hopeless Vigils out the wazoo. Let's see. Protective Parents. Sure. What's the best way to get rid of that? Probably Glass Casket. Played against a lot of red-white today. I think red-white is emerging as one of the more popular decks in the format here. It's not a deck I've played yet, but... Can't imagine they block. I guess that's one I could have waited till their combat step in case they tried to use a combat trick on me. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's not something I needed at all. Now we're stuck on black. I can't take the end if we're just gonna get stuck on black. I'll keep Celebrant though. We're gonna return the Hopeful Vigil to our hand here. There we go. And the next turn we can play Vigil, return it with Celebrant. Charmed Clothier. Okay. I think I'm going to get my creatures down. What if I return to Neva? No, I'm going to return the Vigil here. Can I interest you in your 5th and 6th planes here now? The answer to that is no. Thank God I scried there. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. This isn't a very mana efficient because I have to pay the ward, but I do have to get rid of this thing. If they're able to enchant the Clothier, it becomes a 6/6, like with a roll, because it's going to be a 4 and then +2/+2. That would be a problem. Although I am at 13, so at least there's that. I'm sure they've got options here with Recruiter. Oh, jeez. The one roll that actually turns this into a 2-turn clock instead of a 3-turn clock, unfortunately, if they put this on the Clothier here. Because it's going to attack as a... Okay, well, they did it backwards. I would have been dead next turn if they did it the other way. I still might be dead here shortly. So I'm at 7, technically. This will be a close one. I think they've probably got us with 4 extra cards here. Yeah, now that's a 5/5. It's going to be a 6/6. I have to double block, but I'm not going to even attack here. Okay, they will, and I've got a block. What if I just chumped? Is that my best way to win? I mean, I've got another... Nope, no more candy grapples. No more moments. We've got a cooped up we could deal with this with. We put the end on the bottom of our deck. So I'm trying to think of what I have to even deal with the clothier here. Is this cooped up? Which means if I chump, I have to find 2 power of haste, which I also don't think I have. I don't think either of these work out very well for us, but I guess we just have to draw cooped up now. Cheeky house mouse doesn't do it. That does. Might be the only card that kept us alive there. I still don't think we're in a great spot, but I mean, we're alive, so that is more than what happened before. If they can destroy our enchantment, they win. If they have a couple of creatures, potentially they win. Oh, and they Oh, it doesn't really matter. I thought they bargained away our cooped up, but we were pretty toast there toward the end. They were going to put us to 2, and we would have had to really, really fight back. I guess I wasn't officially dead, but pretty darn close. But we got the 4/3, which is where I wanted to be with that deck, so I will take it. I don't think it was great. We didn't really have the bargain fodder. We had the end. Dream Spoilers was pretty darn bad. Everything else was okay. Hopeful Vigil's good, but, I mean, would have loved another Celebrant or 2. Neva's pretty good. It was fine. You know, fine. 4/3. Fine. So, go ahead and claim that. Open all our nonsense, and then hop into one more draft here. What do we got? Anything good? Who knows? I don't play Constructed. What's in the store right now? Anything good? Nope. All right. See if we can find another draft. I think I've played white in, like, 6 of the 8 drafts I've been in? Or 7 of the 8 drafts or something? I don't even know. Right, Golden Pack progress. I would like if you were not there, but you are, so I can't deal with it. Yes, Hidden Hand round 2. Here we go. Raging Battle Mouse. 2 mana, 2/1. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. At the beginning of combat, if you celebrated, give a creature +1/+1. It's good. It's not a bomb, but it's good. I think it's the best card in this pack. Over Grasp of Fate and Royal Treatment and Hopeful Vigil here. Maybe we can find our way into red-white? I've played, or I've drafted the mouse once, but have never cast him. And oh my goodness, what a pack this is. What did our neighbor take? They didn't take the Enchanting Tale. They didn't take the rare. Which means maybe they took an uncommon over Tanglespan Lookout and Gingerbread Hunter? These are like two of the best uncommons in the entire set. I don't know which is better between Hunter and Lookout, but I think early on in a draft, Lookout is better because it's one color. And if you're in green-black, specifically, I think Gingerbread Hunter might be better. But I'm going to take Lookout here because this card is stupid. By stupid, I mean good. So this is between Hopeless Nightmare and Edgewall Inn for me. I think I'm going to take Hopeless Nightmare. Edgewall Inn, very good. Very generically good. But man, Hopeless Nightmare is just a really good card. Goblin Bombardment, Firebolt. I think Firebolt is fine once you kind of already know you're going to be playing a bunch of instant sorceries. Our deck, we don't know that we're going to be doing that. So let's just take the Hopeless Nightmare here and see where we go. We don't have to be black, but we could. Alright, pretty underwhelming pack here. The best card by a lot is Woodland Acolyte. So I think I'm just going to take it. Because it's either that or like Vermin, which I guess goes well with Battle Mouse. Battle Mouse into Vermin instantly celebrates. But I'm kind of looking at green-white again with Tanglespan Lookout. I've had Tanglespan Lookout in 2 green-white decks, and both of them have trophied. That's how good the card is, if you can build around it. Which I think we can. So I'm going to take Woodland Acolyte here, and maybe we'll take a blue card to finish out the whole Wooburg in the first 5 picks. Hint, I probably won't be doing that. What is this? Karmic Justice. Yeah, no. There's a Torch the Tower. There is Archon's Glory, Root Rider Fawn, but I think I'm going to take the Torch the Tower here. It's pretty late for Torch the Tower, pick 5. And there's still multiple routes we could go with this. Let's take Torch the Tower here. Could still go red-black. Could still go green-white. Could still go green-red. Probably not going to go black-green, but you never know. Rowan's Grim Search is a great black card draw spell. Daredevil, Return from the Wilds. I think I'll take Rowan's Grim Search. It goes very well with Hopeless Nightmare. Because it's the bargain fodder that this needs. Then you get to like scry like 6. You could look like 8 cards deep in your deck with Nightmare plus Grim Search here. Return from the Wild's also a possibility, but we're not really looking like we have a bunch of like high impact expensive cards or something that we want to splash. So let's just take the Lookout or the Grim Search here. Apprentice's Folly. Probably not this deck. We tried that in early access and it went relatively okay. There's also Celebrant for the Hopeless Nightmare. There's also just Brave the Wilds here. And I think I'm just going to take that over all of this kind of meh stuff. I do like Celebrant. But I don't really want to go black-white again here today. Tough Cookie versus Stab Wound. Well, that's a tough cookie decision. think I'll take Stab Wound. Definitely difficult there, though. We haven't seen a ton of Great Green. We saw the early Lookout, which we took. And then we haven't seen any Gluttons. We haven't seen any... Curse of the Werefoxes. Although now there's a Root Rider Fawn. So yeah, we'll take that here. And I'm looking at black-green at the moment. Pick 10, commune with nature, return from the wilds. I think I'll take return. Maybe we splash something. Wouldn't even mind a prophetic prism or two, just to be able to play some of these off-color adventure cards like Woodland Acolyte if we go straight black-green. Okay, Beanstalk Worm's not bad. Over Titanic Growth, not dead. Again, I think I'm thinking black-green right now is the most likely for us. Would love to get a couple of Hamlet Gluttons. I'll just take Giant. I'm not playing Toadstool Admirer. Alright, what do we got now? Tangled Colony. 2 mana 3/2 can't block, dies into some rats, depending on how much damage was dealt to it. We've also got Royal Treatment. And the only black card is Shatter, and the only red cards are 3 bad ones. So I guess we'll take Tangled Colony here. Not going to wheel Royal Treatment. I do like this. It's very good with Lookout. Maybe that's an argument to taking it, but I think the Tangled Colony depends on how aggressive your deck is. I'm not sure we're actually going to be that aggressive. So is Royal Treatment just better for us? It's got more synergy in our deck. It protects the creatures that we're likely going to want to be protecting. And Tangled Colony's just... I mean, even if it dies into 2 rats, like... We're not doing much with those rats. I'm actually going to take Royal Treatment here. That was an interesting pick. Only green is Witchstalker, so no. Now we've got Feed the Cauldron and Sir Ginger. A little light on 2s. I think Sir Ginger just goes into whatever deck we're going to draft. Doesn't really matter. It's just fine. Gonna pass a feed here, which I don't like doing, but I'm gonna take the 2-drop. Ooh, Utopia Sprawl. That's what we need. Perfect with Tanglespan Lookout. Perfect without Tanglespan Lookout. Perfect in just about every scenario. One of my favorite cards from the Enchanting Tales slot here. Ben, we ended up 4-3. Not too bad. About where I wanted to be. So 4-3 with that red-white, with that black-white deck. Cooped Up, Tracker, Tabby, Spider Food. We're kind of, I mean, the best card here is Cooped Up by a lot, so I guess I'm taking it. And maybe we're green-white. It's also good with Tanglespan. There's the Glutton I want. I also want Werefox. I also want Stroke and Midnight. And I also want Prism. But let's take Glutton, because that's the card I'm looking for. Genealogist or Root Rider Fawn. Genealogist is great. But Fawn is also great. Yeah, there are definitely some signals in this draft. It's a late Archive Dragon, too, to be honest. Dream Spoilers, Rowan's Grim Search. I'm wondering if I'm better off being green-white. I don't think I'm going to play 2 Grim Searches. The Dream Spoilers has not been great for me. Maybe I could take Cooped Up, and then we could find our way into maybe even green-black splashing a couple of white cards off of Return from the Wilds, Crystal Grotto, and something else. We'll see. Hatching plans. It's the late hatching plans. I have not found myself in blue very much at all in this format. Let's take Sage because I'm not going to play anything else here. Same thing here. I'm not playing any of that. So I'm green X, either green black or green white. Don't know which. Let's take Savior in the event that we're green white. I think we're going to have to figure out in pack 3 here, very early on. Another Grotto. I mean, that opens some options up as far as splashes go. I don't think I'm playing Scream Puff. So let's take Grotto here. And Up the Beanstalk wouldn't be awful. That would kind of give me a direction. Would love some more Aura cards for the Lookout. Pass on a Genealogist and a 4-mana 4/3 Trample that gives a monster roll as well. Skybeast Tracker. Yeah, I'm not playing Apple. Didn't get any hopeful vigils yet either for the Glutton, so our Ariet's Whisper probably not. Okay, Likeness Looter, not for this deck. Garruk's Uprising triggers off of Worm and Glutton so far, and that's it. There is a Conceited Witch here, which makes a roll, and is just a fine card. There's another Savior. I'm just wondering if we're black or if we're white. Ideally, that Garruk's Uprising ends up being good in this deck, but I just don't know with these. I don't know if we're going to get any more big creatures. Let's take the Witch here. Okay, now there's a Red Tooth Vanguard. That just delays our decision a little bit, so we'll just take another good green card. 2-mana 3/1 Trample can keep coming back. There's a Prism. Apparently I don't value Prism highly enough if I keep passing it over cards like this, but this is just good. What is this one again? No. There is Sir Armont. That's gotta be the pick here, and I think that means we're green-white. Yeah. Or again, we're black-green splashing Sir Armont and Cooped Up and Woodland Acolyte. Would just love to get some more great green cards here. Give me a Glutton. Give me another Lookout. Give me a Curse of the Werefox. So I can delay this decision even farther. In general, I agree. Yes, Nick, it can. I'm just wondering if we can. We have double Grotto and a Return and a Brave the Wilds. It's very possible. I just don't know if I want to be splashing cards like Conceited Witch or Rowan's Grim Search or... Hopeless Nightmare is not really a splash. We might just not need to. Ooh, Howling Galefang. There we go. That's a decent one. How many adventure creatures do we have? 1, 2, 3. 3? It's fine. Still just a generically good card. There is Celebrant and Knightly Valor, but I think we know we're greens, and we know we're going to play this Galefang no matter what. There's a Hopeful Vigil. That's what I was kind of looking for. So yeah, pretty easy Hopeful Vigil, and I think we are... That was a very late Witchstalker Frenzy as well. And I think we are green-white, and maybe we play a couple of these cards, but probably not. Oh, look at this. How much bargain do we have? Not a ton, but we do have ways to replace this role on the Cursed Courtier. There's also Knight of Doves, which is a card I like. That's tough. I don't know exactly what to do there. Those are both pretty good cards in our deck. I think I'm just straight green-white here. Then we get a Greta. Of course we do. This could be an easy splash, though. Savior, Growth, Outrider, sure. Root Rider Fawn can even splash as well. I don't need a third Grotto. Do I need a Witchstalker? Probably not. We have 4 creatures that naturally trigger it. I could probably play a Light Blades. I'll have to look in the deck building here. Ooh, Moment of Valor. Good pickup here. It's a good late pickup. Don't think I need Sage. I don't like that card very much. Alright, let's check out this deck building. Not too many cuts to make. Maybe green-white is my favorite deck in this format. I've drafted it now 4 times? Definitely one fewer Grotto if we're going to play this Greta. Stab Wound I don't think is necessary to splash. We could, it's kind of free. Everything else here doesn't seem necessary. So then what are we looking at cutting? Potentially a Light Blades. I don't know if the Courtier is going to be great. I don't know about the Saviors. Everything else seems okay. So what's our removal? We've got a Curse, a Cooped Up, a Moment, and that's it. We've got a good amount of bargain fodder here with Light Blades. How many ways do we have to give rolls? So 1, 2... That's it? 2? Oh no, that's not very good. So yeah, that makes the Courtier a lot worse. So then we just kind of have to run it like this? Splashing Stab Wound and Greta probably don't need 3 here. still have a return. We have a Brave the Wilds. We have a Utopia Sprawl. We have double Root Rider Fawn. We have a Crystal Grotto. Sacking Sir Ginger to gain X amount of life. Do I want Archon's Glory? I don't think I do. Bargain. Sack it to bargain? Yeah, true. I was just thinking about the courtier, seeing how many ways we had to give rolls to knock off its cursed roll. But we do have Light Blades and Hamlet Glutton as our only two cards with bargain on it. And Brave the Wilds, I guess. So let's try this out. I don't think this is great, but we're going to see the power of green-white here. I have trophied 3 times with green-white, so if the deck is good, or if the archetype is good, then maybe this will be fine. The perfect mana. We're going to have a turn 2 return from the wild, and then on turn 3 we're going to have access to 5 mana? We can go Greta and Hopeful Vigil. Ooh, they got a turn 1 Utopia Sprawl as well. Okay. Oh, jeez. That will be tough here. Okay. Sure. No blocks. Guess I'll trade this for their vermin if they want to. I don't think we have anything left to do with these foods here. Greta's dead. We already have the bargain fodder and vigil if we absolutely need it. We have all the mana to cast a glutton if we draw it, so... Oh, that's fine by me, sure. Okay. Go ahead and blow them out a little bit here. Yeah, there's the oops. This vermin is actually just pretty good. Just keeps growing. It's not a problem until it is a problem. I think I've got to trade it, as bad as this feels. Okay, ground seal for bargain fodder for them, I assume. Butcher, very good. Don't want to just trade this for a stupid tutu, so I guess I'm just holding this back here. I wonder if Rowan's Grim Search is good enough to get into this deck. We need a little bit of card advantage, potentially. I might try. It's about the worst Curse of the Werefox that I've seen. We are going to die very quickly, though, if we don't do something about this. Because they can attack with everything, and we can take 10, basically, or 9. Okay, here comes Sir Ginger. Alright, trading for their creatures here now. Think we're dead next turn now? Yeah, don't believe that'll save us. It'll get close, but... I mean, it might save us for one turn, but we're still pretty dead here. And that should do it. Alright, nothing, we had no synergy that game, like, at all. Is there a way to get this in, potentially? And then cut just like... one of the saviors, I guess? Might be better. 2 swamps now? Yeah, why not? Let's try that. Give us a little bit more card draw, potentially, to get out of a situation like we just had. I agree who's asking, except our deck really doesn't have much bargain cards or ways to make rolls. So he's good in most decks, but we have like 2 ways to bargain and like 2 ways to make rolls. So I don't think he's very good in our deck, because he's just going to be a 3-mana 1/1 lifelink most of the time. So yeah, that's why I'm not playing him here. Let's make a 1/1. Next turn we have 5 mana. What are we going to do with it? Cast 2 2-drops, I guess. And then turn after that we're going to have 7 mana? What are we going to do with it? Potentially nothing. Wicked Visitor. Okay. I guess we'll play Fawn and Sir Ginger here. And our hand is looking very not great. I don't think I need to block that if I've got Light Blades in hand, so... This card is so bad, except on my board right now. Do I have to cooped up this stupid thing? Just to be able to attack? I don't like it. Okay, impact tremors, interesting. And 2-drop? Yes, 2-drop. I can just cast this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't even need to bargain it. Okay, they'll trade. We'll just cast this for 7. Conceited Witch, that's fine. And I guess they can't beat a Hamlet Glutton. That's why I wanted to draw that card, and that's why I wanted so many in the draft. And only ended up with 1. It was a bit of an early concession, considering I had literally nothing going on if they could find a way to deal with the Glutton, but I will take it. It really is. I love Glutton. It's one of my favorite cards in the entire set. I mean, I will, like, warp my draft for that card. Ooh, sorry. Return from the Wild goes a long way with this hand, so we will keep. Now the question is, do we get a green so we can play Galefang, or do we get a black? I think we have to get... Oh, I thought this was Brave the Wilds, not Return from the Wilds. We should be okay, I think. We get to ramp and then miss our 4th land drop, probably, which means ramp didn't really do anything for us. But it was effectively free, we didn't have anything else to do, so what are we discarding here? Blue-black? Probably Moment of Valor. Well, this has haste now, so I guess we'll just go ahead and get in, because why not? This means we don't have Royal Treatment up, which isn't great, but against double black here, so see if they can deal with it. They can't, alright. Ooh, we found our black anyway. There we go. Yes, blue-black's end-game commons are quite good. Most of their commons are quite good. Let's do... I don't want to cast Worm, because that means I have to tap out of Royal Treatment here. Let's do this. Makes bargain fodder for our Rowan's Grim Search. That's fine if that's all they're doing. Okay. Now I can cast Worm and still play Treatment here. Oh, they've got Counterspell, potentially. They didn't have anything. 4 cards in hand and they had nothing? Sure, okay. So does that mean... I can still pay for, like, the Quench card? Like the... Sprite or Snare or something or other? Oh, well, I can't pay for Disdainful Stroke. That's not a card I expected to see out of their hand. We've got a 4/4 and protection for the 4/4. Okay, now what? Horseman returning, that's fine. This is not fine. So it's got trample right now. Wait, no, +1/+1 on ward 1. I thought this was the monster roll, but it's not. So they can chump here. Whoa. Look at that hand. What do I want to draw? If I draw Sir Armont and I give this +1/+1, it becomes a 6 and then they can't really block it. Yeah, so Sir Armont on top. Oh, it doesn't matter. Drew it anyway. So now they have to take... They have to double chump here. If they want to survive. And they don't want to survive. Alright, we drew all of the lands and still won. Because our cards were very good, the ones that we did draw. So at least there's that. Currently 2-1. Alright, we're doing something. I very much enjoyed putting Rowan's Grim Search back into the deck. That card is quite good. Gotta start with a mulligan here, unfortunately. Well, I would have loved to start with this hand. Now what do I have to put back? I don't like putting back Sir Armont, but, I mean... I think I have to. Yeah. Guess we'll trade Red Tooth Vanguards for each other. They get to get the points of damage in, but that is the advantage of going first. Would very much like a land here. Thank you. Alright, gotta hope they don't kill this so we can hold up Royal Treatment, which would not only protect this, but also draw a card. Oh geez, they missed a land drop? Did they find it? They did. Okay, good for them. Again, gonna hold up Royal Treatment here. Tracker. Okay. Would very much like to have drawn a black, or a black source there, but can't always be lucky. So this attack is basically free here. There we go. So now we do this and hold up Royal Treatment. Tough Cookie, that's something we can kill. So let's put it here and fight the Tough Cookie. Sure, I'll pay 2. Free card, don't see why not. And now there's no reason to attack. See why Tanglespan Lookout's such a good card? I don't think I can attack. They could have Candy Grapple or something to like kind of blow this out here. So unfortunately I don't think I can attack. So, I mean, this is basically free to do here. Also makes a top-decked Howling Gale Fang a little bit better. Crystal Grotto, not a bad draw. Swamp's not a bad draw. Plains and forests are bad draws. Now Cooped Up is a pretty good draw. Well, what am I bargaining away? Probably the monster roll here. And now this becomes an 0-2, loses them 2 life every turn, and I draw an extra card here. Yes, that's why I wanted the stab wound earlier, because we could have been doing this for a long time. Oh, but then they get to sacrifice it for free? For extra value? Oh, bad stab wound. I guess my savior triggers? I know. See what you did? Now we're getting to that point of the game where we have a bit of a board stall here. Just gotta hope they don't have the Haymaker to end this board stall, because I don't think we do. We're just like a kind of a value deck with Lookout and things. These are just like all of our creatures, so... At least we can draw an extra card with Greta. Sacking the food here. We've already drawn a ton of lands here. We've got 10, I think. So only 7 left? 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Okay, this is gonna strap in. We're in for the long haul here. Ooh, that is quite a good draw. That is not. I guess I can attack here now? Yeah, Tough Cookie is a good card for sure. We've only got 6 lands left in the deck here. We do deck before them. Ooh, that was brutal. Didn't see that line coming. I forgot this. I thought this was only at sorcery speed, but it's only once each turn. The templating they use on cards nowadays is just... Oh, that probably ends the game then. Yeah, the templating they use is like once each turn, only at sorcery speed, once each whatever. It's just... It's too much nowadays. I'm not sure what else we have left in the deck that can really break this stall in our favor. We don't have any flyers in the deck. Number of foods. Okay. Yeah, see, like, we don't have cards like that in our deck, unfortunately. As much as I would like to. Yeah, I guess we do it here. It does draw us a card off Lookout. And return Vanguard. Okay, not bad. Again, I just don't know what we can do here, unfortunately. Give everything +2/+2. Yeah, okay. See if they swing now. Can we clean up this board in any way? Alright, here they come. Oh, it's too much for this. I can still exile for the trigger on the Savior here. So this is like a 6/7. So I can eat... this. I can, I have to kill the cookie, probably. So do this. Trade. I chump and I chump. Take 11. I'm still left with some creatures. Okay. Now I have no bargain fodder for the light blades, unfortunately. Oh, this has vigilance. Oy. That's rough. That's a mistake. Alright, let's see if I can come back from that. Oh, am I dead? I'm close. I go to 2. I'm technically dead on board, but they don't know that I have light blades here. So I'm going to lose to the fact that I didn't just attack with Savior of Sleeping, because they're going to swing out. All their things will be tapped. Let's hope they just draw a land. If they just draw a land and they swing out, I win. Still not. Oh, I just lost the game to not swinging with vigilance. I can't attack with both because if they draw a removal spell, I lose on the backswing here. Okay. Oh, that's so brutal. Wow. Wow. They thought they had us, so they started sacking all their foods to the witch. And then we had Kellen's Lightbait. So horrible punt by not swinging with the Vigilance creature there, obviously. But, jeez, we still got it. What a game. We did get up to the 3 wins, so at least there's that. I love going second, so it's what I do all of the time. At least we have Brave the Wilds this time. Oh my gosh. I thought this... Oh no. Well, now we're 3-2. Because I thought this was a forest. Why did I think that was a forest? Well, nice little punt here. See, so did you, Nick. I'm not the only one. Does that not look like a forest to you? Oh. Oh, okay, okay. We're gonna come back. Everything will be fine. We're gonna come back. It's a pretty good cooped up target. I think I can take 3 in the event of trying to find a forest. That's not what I meant. This is not what... That's like the worst card I could have drawn. Now it's just taunting me. Well, that is really annoying. Now my cooped up does basically nothing. However, it kills this, I guess, so sure. Look at this hand. So beautiful. In our black-white deck. Oh man, if this was a forest, we would win. Easily. Alright, can we survive now? What can we do? Return from the wilds? Definitely have to do that. Okay, we're coming back. We can cast a Hamlet Glutton now. This game isn't over. Although they have lots of direct damage here. I think they have the monster roll token, Sugar Rush. Put us to 7. We're technically at 6. Yeah, I just wanted another creature because I'm casting Hamlet Glutton, bargaining away whichever token I made there this turn. So... because I need to gain this life as well. Oh, and then we lose to an Ariette's Tempting Apple. Well, if I lose to Ariette's Tempting Apple, then Good for you. We punted the game away anyway, so we deserve to lose. I mean, we fought our way back in a little bit there, but, you know, we lost to a couple of pretty hot garbage cards. But it is what it is when you... Maybe I need to change my swamp. Because that was brutal. I like the full art swamps, but... Is that the only one I have? Yep, alright, it's days. We just have to be more careful about what we keep. Alright, now we have a forest and a Utopia Sprawl and a Return from the Wild, so all of this should be fine. But again, we go second because why wouldn't we? I think I'll play Return. Make the 1/1 here. And again, likely doesn't matter what I make because I think I'm playing a turn 4 Hamlet Glutton, sacrificing this token. Yeah, let's see if they can deal with it. Turn 4 Hamlet Glutton. That's pretty darn good. But we are against black-red, so if they have a couple of the unconditional black removal spells, it could not be great for us. Another red cap thief. Making another treasure. I don't know if this means I can attack now. I do have something. It could just be the Hopeless Nightmare activation. If they have Candy Grapple, this is a horrible attack. So I'm just going to hold it back. I have 5 mana right now. So I can look out and Vigil. Now we have good fodder for the Rowan's Grim Search here to bargain away the Hopeful Vigil. Now they've got double black. They've got all the mana in the world. They could just dump their whole hand if they wanted. 7 mana. Oh, that card is really good. They're gonna kill our Lookout, I'm sure. Yep. That is a very good card. And of course why does it exile? Why does that exile? Huh. That's kind of stupid, but okay. Guess we do this here. see what we can find to deal with that stupid troll. I don't think we need that. I do need a plains, and we're going to draw both. So now we can kill the troll here. What do they have now? Alright, there we go. If they've got Candy Grapple, they've got Candy Grapple, so the attack, I mean, they would need to trade both of these for it, so... If they got Rat out, I suppose that's pretty bad for us. I'm not gonna attack. Let's see what they have. They do have it. Okay. Well, we get it back with Woodland Acolyte. Didn't matter what we did there anyway. It was gonna die. But we did get rid of that stupid troll. 2 top. Wonderful. And why does this exile... Oh my god, that exiles too? Why is everything getting exiled? Oh, this is so dumb. Do I want to draw a Hopeful Vigil here? I suppose there are worse draws? Considering every good card that I have is just getting exiled? Good for them for calling the bluff. I'm gonna play Sir Ginger. It blocks their red cap thieves well enough. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, but only 2 white. So if I cooped up and exile Totentons, can't cast Vigil? Or can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, because the Crystal Grotto makes it cost 1 more. Here comes an instant or sorcery, killing our 2/2. Take 4 more. Draw another land. Gotta find an answer to this catapult here at some point. Don't know if we have one. Oh, well, then we'll just lose. We'll just lose to Song of Totem Dance, because that card is stupid. Take 7 plus a catapult, so yeah. Alright, well, yeah, you're losing to that every single time, because that card is incredible. Alright, so we punted one of the games away. We went 4-3 and 3-3 here today. Not a great showing, but you know what? We're getting our money back in the drafts. That's kind of all that matters. So we would have won that second game if it was a forest, but I should have mulliganed. I don't think the deck was great. I mean, I would have loved another Glutton or even another Stormkilled Vanguard up there. I would have loved some of the 4-drops. Where Fox Bodyguard, I think is what it's called, would have been fine. But you know what? 4-3-3-3. At least we got to the minimums that we needed. That will end the stream here today. Thanks for hanging out. We got another stream on Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to check that one out as well as VOD content on Wednesday and Tuesday and Friday. So there we go. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you later.